in kaleidospheric exudations you might find you'll have us for the night. Fall in line, we'll administer inoculations, turn a Nickelodeon and kiss your ass goodbye.
Welcome to SMG4 Theory. I'm your host Bubble, and I'm here to talk about the actual insanity which the latest SMG4 episode had to bring. I mean, half of the cast was pretty much sucked into the Shadow Realm, Mario and SMG4 are about to face hell, and Mr. Puzzles had seemingly evolved into what appears to be Omega Flowey. But one thing which stands out to us in particular is, of course, WOTFI 2024. Where the genius himself, Mr. Puzzles, has made a totally polite agreement with Mickey Mouse to transform his shining bright Disney World into a nightmare-fueled puzzle park. But the question we want to answer today is right in the title of this video. Will Mr. Puzzles win? Because although he may seem like a genius, every time he tries so hard, his plans always fail. But will this year be different? Will his endless loop of failing over and over again finally come to an end? That is what we're going to answer today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the theory. So let's start off by talking about the episode itself. First of all, where in the world did the rest of the cast go? This is actually quite an easy answer, as we hear that one of the demonic monster's voices is literally just Boopkins.
Oh man!
And because it's the clown who's making this noise, we can pretty much say that the demonic monsters have sucked the living souls out of the cast. Why would Mr. Puzzles want this, you ask? That's another easy answer. In another scene, Mr. Puzzles states that the cast are the missing pieces to Puzzle Park. This could explain why the monsters of Puzzle Park need a soul, to allow for more fascinating acts amongst the visitors of Puzzle Park. Which is certainly creative if you ask me, but anywho, this is just a side theory which might be true. So now, let's move on to one of the bigger topics, WOTFI itself. WOTFI over the past few weeks has had quite the lead up, starting from a community post featuring the tickets to WOTFI, to him taking over Disney World, as well as Disney themselves. Obviously, Mr. Puzzles knew that this annual event was coming. The moment he realized he could take over Disney World, he realized the power, the potential, and most importantly, the revenge. And by taking a look at his current state, this has got to be his peak of anger. And hopefully this is, because of course we do not want this Puzzle Vision saga, or whatever, to be going well forever. Anyways, now we'll answer the question. What will WOTFI 2024 be about? After analyzing various aspects, such as Mr. Puzzle's current state, his level of revenge, and the current state of the SMG4 cast, I believe that WOTFI 2024 will be very similar to WOTFI 2018. Much like Waluigi some 6 years ago. He pretty much took over the entirety of the Mushroom Kingdom in order to set up his WOTFI, where Mario and SMG4 are forced to go fight each other to the death, all to satisfy Waluigi's revenge. This is exactly what Mr. Puzzles is doing. He trapped the cast, along with SMG4 and Mario, all for his revenge. And that's why I believe Mr. Puzzles is going to force Mario and SMG4 to participate in the hell of the carnival he has created. The suffering of the challenges we, as the viewers, have submitted. And not only will Mr. Puzzles satisfy his revenge, but he will also finally receive his power and fame he truly deserves. Well, of course, this isn't going to be exactly like WOTFI 2018, because why would the writers of SMG4 just copy-paste their previous WOTFI? They wouldn't do that. Obviously, they need some kind of twist. Something exciting. Something creative. Something that distinguishes WOTFI 2024 from WOTFI 2018. So, Waluigi can't just say that Mr. Puzzle stole his idea. And what is that twist, you may ask? Marty will make a comeback again. we actually made this exact theory before in our previous video. And if you haven't watched that yet, we basically explained that Marty is going to replace Mario as the avatar of the universe in order to get rid of him. I know this sounds unlikely, but knowing that Karen was randomly invited to Puzzle Park, this could also have something to do with Marty coming back. Besides, Marty is quite literally one of those carnival cutout things which you shoot down for prizes. Hell, this could mean that Marty might be the final boss of this WOTFI in a way, the true mastermind behind it all. Yeah, I know I explained quite a lot of stuff, but we haven't actually explained what the title of the video promises. And that is, will Mr. Puzzles win? I'ma be real with you, plot armor goes a long way. Therefore, Mr. Puzzles will lose. Wait, no, I never said to roll the outro. We still gotta figure out how he loses the battle. Anyways, as I stated earlier, the SMG4 cast has always found a way to foil with Mr. Puzzle's plans, such as getting Mario to revert Leggy back into Meggy, or getting Mario to destroy the set, or getting Mario to save the cast from Western Spaghetti, or getting... Hold on a second. I think I see a pattern. But don't get tricked into thinking that Mario will do the same thing again, because this is exactly what Mr. Puzzles is trying to prevent. And that, of course, is by having Marty replace Mario, or just have him suffer in hell for revenge. Instead, I think Karen is going to be the superhero who saves the day. And this is all because of one line she promises at the end of We Must Kill Mario.
Thank you, guys. I owe you one.
You see, Karen also has a boiling grudge inside of her, and that is against Marty. Look, Marty literally tried to poison her own kids. I'd be mad too. Of course, Karen is going to go after him, and WOTFI is the perfect opportunity to make Marty pay the price. Once, or if, Marty decides to act like the final boss in some way, Karen will take her step forward, grab her gun, and shoot down Marty, once and for all. But hey, that's just a theory.
Wait, you just discussed how Karen will call Marty, but did you even talk about how Mr. Puzzles actually failed?
Oh, for fuck!